Hello, beautiful people. Okay, so today's video, I am going to be doing a battle of the hits and the misses. I did film 2 videos earlier today, and I just did them separate, like one hits video, one misses video, and I found out after I put the videos on my laptop that my audio was not working. Yeah. Yes, I'm mad. No, I don't want to talk about it. Let's move along. So in this video, I am going to be doing half of my face with my Holy Grail products and half of my face with products that I hate. Cannot stand. So let's jump right into it. If you want to see how this whole thing turns out, you want to hear my reviews on some products, then go ahead and keep on watching. First, I need a drink. Okay, so for starters, ignore this part. I'm going to douse my face in this Mario Badescu Rosewater setting spray. Or facial spray. That's not a setting spray. Don't listen to me, I know nothing. Because the stuff I'm about to do with my face is going to dry me out, so. Okay, so I'm designating this side of my face as the hits and this side of my face as the misses. So starting out, I'm going to start with the hit. This has been my favorite primer, like, for the past month. Yeah, so this is the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Poreless Blur Primer, and this is about $7 at Ulta. And I've really been loving this because it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It gives you like this fresh base to start off of. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I like to mix the primer with this Rose Water Primer Serum. That's not right. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Rose Primer Serum. And I'll just kind of put a couple dots on my face. And then I just like to take my Miyoko kabuki brush and blend that into the skin. Okay, and then for the misses side, I'm going to take this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Lumino primer. The reason I don't like this is because it's literally just lotion with shimmer in it. It doesn't do anything for the longevity of your makeup, like, whatsoever. And it actually, like, makes your pores and things, like, way more visible through your foundation. Like, you can really see your texture. It doesn't do good things for my face. And all of these thoughts are my own. I'm not trying to bash any brands. I'm not, like, trying to get myself in trouble. I do like Wet n Wild. This primer just isn't for me, and I'm okay with that. Moving right along, I am going to take this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Buff Bisque. I love this foundation. This has been really good. I know it's been raved about, like, on literally any beauty YouTuber's channel, but it really just is that good. So this is going to go on my hits side. Alright, and then a foundation that I just do not like. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Pure Brightening Serum Foundation. It's literally water. Like, it literally just smells. Come on! It literally just is water. Like, even when it goes on the face. And it brings out texture, and I don't know. It sits weird on my face. It might just be me. It might just be my face. I don't know. But I'm not a huge fan of this foundation. I'll have to ignore the fact that one side of my face is way too light and one side of my face is my actual color. I obviously don't know how to get all the same shade in foundations. So we're going to ignore that. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference. So when I turn my face to this side, I mean, it's got a little bit of dewiness to it just right here on the cheekbone, but otherwise it looks pretty good. This side just looks completely wet everywhere. underneath my eyes, everywhere. I hate this foundation. Cannot stand it. Alright, then for a concealer that was a hit and it's been raved about, this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I am in the shade C4, and this stuff is the bee's knees, y'all. I like it because it's more full coverage, and the texture of it is like super creamy. It's really easy to blend out, and it doesn't crease real fast. Okay, so then for concealer on the Mrs. side, this is the LA Colors Cover Up Pro Concealer Stick. This thing is solid as a rock, like solid. And it doesn't have much pigment to it, and it doesn't like cover up literally anything whatsoever. And it feels like I'm putting grease on my face. So I'll give you a little side-by-side comparison. This is the hit side, and this is the misses side. I don't like it. Okay, so since I feel pretty much like an oil slick, I'm going to take my trusty, if you have been on my channel for literally like any point in time, say it with me, Cody Airspun. This stuff is literally the best. I love this stuff, like more than a lot of things in life. And this is going to go on my hit side because it is the bomb diggity. I love it. It smells a little weird. Not the most refreshing scent, but it works. And it works well. Alright, and then to set the other side, this is the LA Colors 3D Blush Contour Palette, but as you can see, there is a setting powder. It's a little more skin color than it looks on camera. A contour powder and a blush. So, because I learned the hard way the last time I filmed this like face powder doesn't want to come off with a brush. And it doesn't look like it's going to want to come off with a sponge either. Nope. Okay. So I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics contour brush and I'm just going to dig in there. Like, I literally have to grind this powder up with the end of my brush and then stick my brush in order to get like literally anything. I'm literally digging in it, getting the powder shavings and picking it up with my brush. And in case you were wondering, yes, this is exactly why I don't like this powder. It has nothing to do with like the formula. Of course, I don't actually know what the formula is because like I can't functionally use it. But there's just like nothing comes off in the palette, and as I'm feeling my face, like even in the spots where I'm putting this powder, my face still feels like I haven't even set it yet. Yeah, this side is still sticky. This side is totally set. And I'm pretty sure you can probably tell that difference. Ew. Okay, so for contour slash bronzing, I don't really do either one. I just kind of mix them together. I am a fan of two bronzers right now. One of them being this Sugar Contour de Force Mini Bronzer. This in the shade 02 Woody Wonder. And then I'm also enjoying, at this point in time, the Model's Own Sculpt & Glow Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Deep Tan 02. I think today I'm going to take the mini bronzer. And I like this one because it's a pretty neutral shade. And it looks... Yikes, that looks really intense on camera, but it's not that intense, I promise. And it goes on nice. It's pigmented. I've literally had zero problems with this bronzer in particular, like at all. I love it. Okay, so then moving on for the Mrs. side. If you can already guess, yes, we're going back into that palette because I have some unfinished business with this contour shade. And I'm going to dig into it in hopes that it has a little more pigment than the setting powder did. A little bit, I guess. Not a whole lot. It looks way more intense on camera than it actually looks in person. Alright, and then for blush on the Hits side, I'm going to go in with the Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Ornate or Nat. I seriously still don't know how to say this shade name. I don't know. I'm going to continue saying it wrong for probably the rest of my life. I like this blush because it's a real neutral peachy kind of color, and that's kind of my thing. That's kind of what I'm digging at the moment. And it wears nicely. I noticed that it doesn't really like fade away at all. And that's what I like. And then I'm going to go back into this palette and use this blush here. And I can already tell this blush is going to be way too light pinky on me. Oh yeah, I look sick. This palette, like this just entire palette, guys, is like trash. Hate that palette. Alright, then for highlight for the Hit side, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Blossom Glow. I almost said Blossom Blow. Blossom Glow. And I'm telling you guys, like, Wet n Wild just, like, always nails their highlight. Like, what? Like, look at that. They just nail it. They just get it every single time. Alright, and then from the Misses side, this is from Almay. This is the Never Settle, like, quad eyeshadow. But these three are shimmers right here, and this one's a matte. But just to make my point here, I'm going to use these little shimmers as a highlighter. Like, I mean, it shows up a little bit, but, like, we're talking very minimal. You can really tell on the nose. This just doesn't do much. I don't mind the matte shade in here. The matte shade's pretty alright. But the shimmers just don't do it. Okay, so for the Hits for eyeshadow, you guys probably already see this coming because I'm obsessed with this. This is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood Palette.
Hi, how are ya?
And this guy, you guys, I'm telling you, it's just gold. Like, Jeffree just did it. Like, he did it and he was like, okay, for anybody who, like, ever doubted me, I'm literally just going to show them exactly what I'm made out of. And he, like, went above and beyond and did so. And left us all shook. So I'm just taking just a few shades out of this palette and just giving myself a little something. I'm not going for anything dramatic. I'm just, for review purposes, like, his shades are just great. I have zero complaints about any shade. Besides the fact that, one complaint that I do have, and sorry, Jeffree, but, Ocean Ice fluffed up my eyelids. They left my eyelids pink. Pink. It stained the shiz out of my eyelids. I was not living for that. But it's okay. Because it was worth it. Okay, now for the Misses side, this kind of pains my heart a little bit to say this because I've done videos based around this palette before, and I do like it. It's just, there's so much fallout, and the fact that, like, these colors just aren't me. That's what it is. Like, these colors just aren't something that I would regularly go for. I mean, there's a few shades that I'll go for in here. The electric color, and then this cube color I really like. This is the Anastasia Subculture palette, by the way. It's just, like, there's so much fallout. And I know I was the one to get on here and be like, you can still make a look out of it. And that is accurate. You can still make a look out of it. I'm not saying you can't. And I'm not saying this palette's a total flop either. Because I genuinely enjoy this palette for the most part. But these colors just, they're not me. I'm not going to pretend that they are. And I'm not going to pretend this palette is like the best thing in the world. Because it's definitely not. There's a lot of kickback on these shadows. So I just realized that I did my eyeliner with no video rolling. So what I did was on the Misses side, I took the LA Colors liquid eyeliner. That is the one on this side here. And the reason I don't like this is because it dries down sticky and it's really shiny. And because it's so sticky, I have a hard time opening like the outside of my eye, and I don't like that. For the hit side, I use the Beauty For Real Finish Line 24/7 liquid eyeliner. I am a big fan of this stuff. It's easy to use. It dries down matte. It's the best. I love it. Moving on. For my mascara that I don't like, this is the LA Colors Perfect Curve Volumizing Mascara. It looks like that. Now the reason I don't like this is because I feel as though it literally does the same thing that the eyeliner does from LA Colors. It stays sticky and it literally goes everywhere. So that's why I don't like this guy. Now for my hit side, I feel like this mascara and the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara pretty much do the majority of the same thing. So that's why I'm mentioning this and not the Better Than Sex mascara, which I actually have right here. I do love that. But this one is the Total Temptation mascara, and I actually rather enjoy this mascara. I think it works really good. I don't see a whole lot of transfer, which I can appreciate. And I just like it. It doesn't dry down sticky. And that's what I think everybody is looking for in a mascara. Like, don't dry down sticky, lift my lashes, do what you need to do, and just let me have a good life. Okay, for brows, I'm just going to kind of explain before I do them, and then I'm going to do them off camera. So for my hit side, obviously, is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. This stuff is the bomb. It can't go wrong. So on and so forth. Misses side is this LA Colors Browy Wowie Brow Pencil. Now, the thing about this brow pencil is that it's very waxy. So if you're like me and you have like literally like a line of hair on your face and you want to make eyebrows out of it, you can't, because it doesn't want to stick to your skin. It only wants to stick to hair, and if you don't have hair, you're kind of SOL. Pretty much. The color is like this weird, like, it's a mix between like brown and orange. If you get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't look like that on the packaging. It looks like a normal color, but then when it's actually on your face, like, it looks this like weird, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't like it, so I'm going to use it. And I will be right back. Okay, so let me just continue to make my point here. This is the hit side. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow. That's the misses side. Like, barely anything, and the color's like way off. So that was just my point. So for waterline eyeliner, I don't really have one that I dislike. I pretty much like all the ones that I have, and the rest of the ones that I don't like, I've already gotten rid of, like giving them to my mom. So I don't have one of those, but we are going to move on to the last step. For me, would be lips. Okay, so for the hit side, I'm actually going to be going in with this guy. This is the L'Oreal Paris Color Shine in the shade 247 Shot of Sun. I really like this one because it's really nice and peachy, nudie colored. It's really good for like spring and summertime. And it's really smooth and it goes on really nice. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera here. It just looks really nice. So then the one that I don't like, this is also, I feel like this is like a video bashing LA Colors, but I'm really not trying to bash them. I just really don't like some of their stuff. This is the LA Colors lipstick in the shade, in the shade Dusty Rose. This is literally, like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It feels very gritty. Like, you can feel the sparkles in it. And it's super sticky. I'm not a huge fan. That's just my personal opinion, though. Y'all can have whatever you want. That's just my personal opinion. So that was kind of my hits and my misses. I know it was kind of like an all over the place kind of video. was not potentially meaning it to be so. I did film this video once already today, and I completely lost the audio for it. So this is my second time doing it. If you guys enjoyed this video or this kind of video, I promise they'll be better next time. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hit that like button. So if you guys would subscribe to my channel, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Just subscribe to my channel. Okay guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.